my name's Roya and I'm in the HR department here in London. And we have May here with us today.
Hi guys, my name is May and I'm Global Head of Operations for Synechron.
So today we're going to interview May, ask her a few questions about International Women's Day and kind of get your thoughts on things. So first of all, your journey here at Synechron has seen you rise through the ranks, becoming the Global Head of Operations. And Sheryl Sandberg once coined the phrase in Lean In and the importance of sitting at the table because no one gets into the corner office by sitting at the side. So how did you get there? And what advice do you have for people like myself and other women in the company to get where you are?
Sure. So I think Sheryl Sandberg, in terms of Lean In, I think it's quite controversial, right? But I think the key elements from Lean In is how do you actually take on opportunities, right? What is given to you, and that is, I think, how my journey with Synechron has been. I've been given different opportunities along the way, be it big or small, and I've always taken those up, right? And I think my advice is that even at times you might be given a very small role, for example, sit in this meeting and you could take notes for it, but sitting in the meeting and taking notes is one thing, but sitting in the meeting and listening in to see how the business actually interact, right? What are some of the key elements that you need to be aware of? And what have you actually learned from the meeting besides just taking notes? I think those are the stepping stones that will really help you to take on more and more opportunities and responsibilities in the organization as well.
Absolutely, that's really interesting. So we were just talking about, leaning in,
yes,
and taking those opportunities. So how do you generate those, opportunities for visibility and gaining the trust of management? How do you kind of get that seat at the table to gain the trust?
I think credibility and execution, both of them are key. And what do you want to be known for, right? If you want to be known for someone that can execute and get work done, and I think the business, right, they would appreciate that and they will give you the opportunity. They know that you may not have the skill set, but they know that you will get it done. And for you to also know what your strengths and weaknesses are, and that is when you bring along a team to complement your strengths and to be able to help you deliver the task, right? So I think being credible in what you can do and being able to execute. I think those two areas are key for us.
Yeah. So you've obviously been with the company since you've been in Singapore.
Yes.
Once it's a very small kind of organisation, I guess you could say. And now it's grown so much.
Yes.
How's it been on that career path journey? How's it felt?
Yeah, it's been 10 years with the organisation now, and it's an exciting journey, right? I think every year there is something new that we're doing, and the growth that we've been experiencing is really exciting. And I think starting off the Singapore office, where it's a small service office, just 2 people office, I think till now having our own flagship office there within that, I think that has been really the turning point for us to be able to attract talent and the type of work that we're doing with the clients as well, to really to pivot into more innovation and digital type of work that we're doing with our flagship clients over there.
Absolutely. How's the move been from Singapore to London as well?
I think culturally wise, I think that's something that was also something I have to learn on how do you work with the British culture, right? And the team over here, whereby we work very closely with Amsterdam team, with the Paris team as well. But I think culturally wise, that was something that I had to adjust to. But a lot of the network that I have built within the organization when I was in Singapore really helped me to piece together what needs to be done in order to set up the operations here in London.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's such a global organisation, isn't it? I mean, you're always travelling back to Singapore, to New York, all across, aren't you, India, everywhere.
Yes.
So you still keep those relationships, I'm sure.
Exactly, and it's always fun to see someone that I worked with in Singapore 8-10 years ago. I see the same person in the US, and we talk about their family and their kids, and it's like everyone is a big family just growing up together.
So nice.
It's really nice.
So a good mentor can really help you steer your career journey. What do you think are the best kind of qualities in a mentor?
Best qualities in a mentor? I think someone that focuses on your personal development, right? That what is good for you as an individual, for you to grow within the organization and as well as outside of the organization itself. Someone that really takes a true interest in you. Someone that can be very open and transparent, because I think it's easy for us to say the good things, but someone that can tell you bluntly, but in a very constructive manner, right? What what your weaknesses are and what you need to work on. I think those are key attributes of having a good mentor as well.
Yeah. And from the mentee's perspective, what do you think the best kind of practices to get the most out of your mentor as well?
I think come prepared with questions, right? And be open to ask. And it's not around, sometimes I have a lot of questions on, oh, how do I get this job? How do I get this role within the organization? But I think focus more on the journey and rather than how do I get that item or that role itself, right? And what are the areas that you can hone in terms of your skill set? I think that's more important. So I think as a mentee to really come prepared with questions and to really think about your entire being in terms of personality, communication, your skills, and I think the rest will naturally come about.
Yeah, so on the topic of mentors,
yes.
Who has been your greatest mentor in your career? And, what have they given you and shown you?
I've grown up in the organization. I think I have many mentors right throughout my journey as well. So it's not just one individual person, but a group of people that I normally would go to. And how they have helped me is really on how do I navigate the organization. When I first started off with Synechron as well, they've also given me opportunities, right, and given me a space to fail safely, and to also give that feedback on what I can do better. And as well as being a sounding board, right? Because at times I think many of us would recognize this, right? That when you type an email, you sort of read it again and again, and you're like, no, that doesn't sound right, right? And you just overthink something, right? But having someone as a sounding board, or just to have a eyes over what you're doing, I think that's very helpful as well.
So we mentioned kind of how to generate more of that female pipeline coming into the workplace.
Yes.
How are we going to keep that pipeline? How are we going to make sure that we don't have women leaving the company?
I think naturally women leave the company because of a couple of reasons why. Generally it's based on your milestones in your life, right? After getting married, after having the first, second or third child as well. And I think those milestones in life, generally you see women leaving the workforce. And which is sometimes it's okay, right? Because I think we all need to find out what matters to us and where your values are as well. But how do we help women to continue to balance work as well as life? I think we have different initiatives across the company, especially I think in the UK there is paternity leave to encourage men to take on some of those roles as well, so that women can actually ease back into work. And as well as in India, I think we are also exploring the idea of having a crash. So I think that will make it a lot easier for women to come back to the workforce. And I think there are different ideas that we are also exploring to see how we can continue to retain the women talent that we are getting. I think the main thing is for us to see as well, right? The women who are leaving us, is it which milestone their lives have been leaving us, and how can we actually address and pinpoint those issues and make it a collaborative workspace as well.
Yeah.